I am overwhelmed by the turnout this morning. I'm actually, extremely delighted that all of you were able to show up at 10:30 a.m. Mike Dudas. I am the founder of LinksDAO, which we'll be talking about today. I'm also a professional venture capitalist, so please, show me your best ideas if you're a founder raising. And delighted to be here, and delighted that we actually have some air conditioning because it was brutal outside on the way in. So anyway, today we'll be talking about LinksDAO. Well, what is it? What's a DAO? What LinksDAO is a community of folks globally who are building a golf club together, building it in public. The future members of the club have purchased NFTs. Those NFTs give them the rights, governance rights, to decide what that golf club will look like, where it will be, what the rules will be, who will design it, etc. So it's an exciting experiment, and it's only 5 months old. So I'm going to jump in, start with the genesis of LinksDAO. So the idea is, I'm somebody who's been in crypto full-time for about 5 years. I founded a company called The Block, which is a crypto media and research and information business. Worked at Paxos on a stablecoin business. My whole goal is trying to get folks to understand what crypto is, use the tools, blockchains, self-custodial wallets, NFTs, stablecoins, things that have utility, and start to integrate these crypto primitives into their real lives. And that's why I chose LinksDAO. That's why I chose golf as the project that I wanted to found with a number of people. The idea came about, and the mission is that we want to bring together a traditional industry and ecosystem. And typically with new technology, you start with things that are fun, things like games, things like golf, clubs, sports. So we chose golf, and we felt that it's an old, stodgy industry, exclusive clubs. We had a chance, like Tiger Woods 20 years ago, to bring golf forward. And so we're working on it. It started with a tweet, as many things in my life and many things in crypto do. This tweet was, we're going to buy a top 100 golf course. So anytime you're doing something in crypto to get people to believe and to build a community, my general rule is you need to assert something very straightforward and very lofty, and then run with it, with the momentum that you have. And we got some momentum right off the bat. The idea was inspired by Constitution DAO, which was a group of people who raised money in an effort to purchase a copy of the Constitution. They failed, but they failed valiantly in public. It was also inspired by Gary Vaynerchuk and some others who have started token-gated businesses, token-gated restaurants, and things of that nature. We combined those two ideas, came up with the idea in December, and we ran with it. And the font's really small here, so I'm just going to gloss over it. But what we offered were membership NFTs. So most of us know of NFTs as ape profile pictures, or my CryptoPunk that I own. But what's exciting is, over the past 6 months in particular, we've started to see more use cases of NFTs emerge. So basically, you purchase an NFT, and it actually has utility. It's your membership pass to something. So in our case, you purchase an NFT, and that token represents membership in LinksDAO. It gives you the ability to participate in our Discord. The NFT itself, unlike many other projects where when you sort of vote in a DAO, it's tied to how many tokens you own, like fungible tokens, ours are actually tied to the NFTs. So we have global members with 4x the voting ability of leisure members. And we have a bunch of other perks and benefits. Happy to share this deck publicly afterwards. What's been really exciting is that we have an extremely engaged community. So we have 15,000 people in the Discord. I mean, that's larger than any golf club that I'm aware of in the world. Out of those 15,000, we have thousands that are active, like on a weekly basis, and hundreds on a daily basis. We have over 31,000 Twitter followers, 100% organic. We've done no marketing to date that's been paid. And what's really exciting to me is that a third of the folks who purchased a LinksDAO NFT and are involved in this club were never crypto or NFT holders prior. Sorry, they were crypto holders, not NFT holders prior. So they're new to this. So the idea was, when we were trying to get folks excited about this notion of a global, community-governed and built golf club, we first went after the influential crypto people, and the idea was, hey, go tell your dad about this. Go tell your friend, your mom, your wife, your husband, and it worked. And we were able to expand the number of folks and our little realm of the world who have exposure to NFTs and to crypto. In addition to that, LinksDAO and a number of other projects have proven that a global permissionless sale of NFTs with a credible team, I don't want to overstate my credibility, but I've started some companies successfully. The other folks involved have as well. We're doxxed. Many teams are undoxxed, which is fine in some cases, risky in others. But we're out there. We're public. We have a track record, and therefore people believe, look, this group of people they care about crypto, they care about golf, and they're going to deliver on the roadmap that they promised. Therefore, I will put some money in, and I'll invest in participating in this journey and eventually becoming a club member. So anyway, we raised over $11 million. That treasury is used to further our community goals. The nice thing about NFTs is the money comes in. It's extremely high margin. The other nice thing, by the way, about raising in an NFT sale is that the funds are transparent. So our main address is easy to see on Etherscan. We put out proposals to our community on how to use the funds, and they vote, and when those votes pass, you can see the funds move. So it's transparent. We're building in public in real time. We have a great demographic that's been really exciting to the traditional golf and leisure industry. And again, that's the goal. The goal for me is how do we get brands to embrace this technology, air quotes, Web3, in a tangible way that aligns with their core business. So we were fortunate enough, because of the amount we raised, because of the novel nature of the idea, to get coverage, not only in your traditional not only your traditional crypto media, but in golf media like Golf Magazine, CNBC, and others. And we actually right now have a documentary by one of the largest broadcast networks in the world that's basically following this LinksDAO journey. And the reason that excites me is, look, we're in an obvious bear market. I hope none of you checked your portfolios this morning. I made the mistake of just doing it 3 minutes before I walked on. But the beauty is, we're going to go through, we're in the midst of a tough cycle, but we're building. It's not just I tweet about building. We're actually building something. It's being tracked. And you're going to see the fruits of that next year when we launch our golf course, when this documentary comes out. So a lot of really exciting stuff is happening. We've been able to, because of our credibility, our relationships, we work with some of the best brands in the world of golf, some of the best personalities in the world of golf. And we're not doing a ton with it yet, but once we actually have the golf course live, we'll invite these folks, these pros, to come play, to mingle with crypto folks and club members and community members. So that's really exciting for us. We're working with one of the leading media agencies in the world, and that's helping us get some media partnerships that you'll see over the next 6 to 9 months. So anyway, point being, our project, it's relatively small in the grand scheme of life, but we're starting to sort of wedge and edge a really significant global industry into embracing crypto and understanding its potential. To that point, we recently announced a partnership with Callaway, where they give massive discounts across their entire suite of products to our members, and it's the best discount they've ever given. They also invested in the project. We're raising an equity round. I'll make an interesting point here, sort of as an aside. So we did this NFT sale, right? we raised $11 million. Unfortunately, due to the rules and regulations in the United States of America, because it was, a non-KYC sale, we actually can't use those funds to give ownership of the golf course or the assets to the NFT holders. That would be an unregistered security sale. So therefore, we actually have raised an equity round from venture capitalists, strategic investors like Callaway and others for the actual purchase of the assets. So we're kind of pioneering, and a number of other projects like Yuga Labs and Bored Ape Yacht Club are also pioneering this. But this model of a corporate entity, LinksDAO is a corporation that works in concert with a DAO, and the DAO acts as effectively, a membership community. They have voting power, as I mentioned, and they guide the direction of the project, but they're not ultimate owners of the equity or the club that's being purchased, for better or worse. We did give, in our case, accredited investors who owned NFTs the ability to purchase equity in the project, and a number of them did. We raised over $2 million from the community, in addition to the money that we raised from professional investors and strategics. So it's been an exciting time, bunch of benefits and perks for our members, and basically, we're giving folks perks, we're giving folks community in the interim period while we build out and purchase this golf course, right? Like we live in this NFT space where you jump in a Discord and if the price doesn't go up every single day, or there's no major announcement every 3 days, people are like, yo, what the hell are you doing? Are you guys working? In our case, we're working really hard on a long-term utility-based roadmap with a very defined start and future endpoint. And we're building on a multi-year basis, not on a multi-day or week basis. So anyway, it's this community that is effectively helping us decide as a corporation where to build this golf, where to purchase, where to build, what the rules will be, etc. This is, I believe, an unreadable slide, but as I mentioned, we and a number of other projects in the space are pioneering this novel structure where you have a corporation and then you have a DAO, and they're effectively working in concert, where the corporation ultimately owns the assets, the membership owns the NFTs and influences the future direction of the project. Again, you've seen this with Yuga Labs and Bored Ape Yacht Club. And we have extremely strong incentives, even though the NFT holders don't get, for example, cash flows from the project, to act in their best interest, because if we don't, they're just going to leave, right? And the price of the NFTs plummets and the project doesn't work. So you have aligned incentives, but we are an air quotes DAO today, like many projects, with a plan to progressively decentralize over time. One topic I want to hit on that a lot of folks who participate in crypto projects probably deal with is we're in this kind of Web 2.5 situation where we basically rely on Discord, which many of us would say is a steaming pile of not good stuff, for the nexus of our communication, our community engagement, etc. So it works. I mean, you can build community that you couldn't have built, 5 years ago, and so it's powerful in that sense. But many of us know, Discord is prone to hacks. It's very, very difficult to communicate directly through the noise and make people notice. One of the biggest problems we have is we've had 10 governance votes. We actually have higher governance turnout than most projects, but it's still typically below 10 or 15% of NFT holders who actually vote. So we're working really hard, and there's a bunch of DAO tooling companies that are working on this problem, but we're trying to figure out, hey, how do you get the message out to folks? Do you have to use traditional channels like email? Do we tweet about it? Do we airdrop things, like little cheap NFTs on chain that say like, vote now. So we're trying to figure all this stuff out. Because this is my presentation and my slide, we're obviously in the perfect sweet spot amongst all of these other exciting projects in terms of being a mixture of online community and in real life. And then we have a tremendous amount of utility, but it's also a lot of fun. Like you can wear your LinksDAO merchandise. We have all kinds of, club head covers and things like that. So there's like fun and flex in addition to utility. But I like this slide because it highlights that we're not the only ones experimenting with this notion of building in public and community-driven projects. We have plans. Golf is not a 24/7, 365 thing for many people. You can only golf during the day. You can't golf for many parts of the year in many regions. And so we're working with partners that we haven't announced yet. These are just examples. But we're working on building a golf game as well. And it'll represent, and mirror all of the physical LinksDAO courses that we build over the next 6, 7, 8 years, as well as some other courses that we'll partner with. And so we're really, really excited about that. Our community will be able to play online. They'll be able to play in simulated environments in addition to our real world golf courses. We have a bunch of revenue streams. A number of them are extremely high margin, including the digital ones. And our goal, we're unlike many crypto projects in that there's an actual physical operational element. And so our goal with that is actually just risk mitigation. We need to have the best hospitality experience in the world, but we don't expect that piece to be extremely profitable. It'll be slightly profitable. The goal is just don't lose a lot of money there, and then do make a lot of money on the digital community that you're building. Roadmap is, again, a little bit hard to see. We announced our Callaway partnership. We have Kemper, who's one of the best golf course management companies in the world. They manage Bandon Dunes, working with us. I guess I'll just fast forward to Q4, and I can't get into like deep specifics, but our goal, and we're working conceptually on this as a team and with some really exciting partners, to develop a Links token. I'm personally a seed investor in STEPN, which is a move to earn app that a number of folks use. Again, don't check the price of that token today, please. But I do believe that this concept of doing things to earn, as long as you don't juice the price of the token or the rewards too much, like on a move to earn app, I shouldn't earn $80 to walk 3 blocks in New York City to get a coffee like I was a couple months ago. But in our world, we actually want to foster community with this Links token, thus the name. And the idea would be, hey, if you play a round of golf with another Links member, whether it's on one of our courses or any course, you earn some tokens. Those tokens will have utility. You'll be able to buy our merchandise as well as things from our partners with them. You'll be able to earn tokens for playing the online game with other community members, etc. Again, very high level. We'll be sharing more detail about that publicly. And in addition, we'll reward our earliest holders. So people who purchase the NFT, assuming that we can do this in a compliant way next year, and we're working with lawyers, will be airdrop tokens like they have in many other projects, like Ape, for supporting us from the earliest days. And then they'll be able to use those tokens in this economy. So we've got a lot coming. We're also going to launch, because we want to reach more and more people, and we have 5,300 NFT holders. We want to basically reach tens, if not hundreds of thousands of people over the years. So we're going to basically mint on either Solana or Polygon, a low-cost blockchain, a perks pass that gives people access to some of the same perks that our core NFT holders have. And I'll just finish with a few visuals. I don't look as good as any of these models, and so unfortunately, I kind of wear our gear like this. But we think it's really important to bring a design ethos to a Web3 community-built golf club that looks traditional, but also kind of is forward-looking and fun. So that's our design ethos. It's really important. We're building a brand here. We're not only building a community, and we think that this brand can be as relevant over the next 20 years in golf and leisure as brands like Callaway and Topgolf and others. So that's exciting to us. And again, it's community It's community driven as much as it's corporate driven. Again, lots of smiling faces. And we are pretty deep into the course acquisition process. In fact, my co-founder, the CEO of the project, is down in Georgia today, looking at a course that we may purchase, but we want it to be of the highest quality. And so the goal is we'll purchase a golf course. It has to be amazing because we want to live up to this mantra and do well by the crypto community that supported us. And then we'll hire, we're talking to most of the best living golf architects in the world to upgrade whatever course we purchase and make it world class. So it's a really exciting thing. If anybody wants to talk further about this with me, I am always available at mdudas on Twitter, probably too available, and feel free to email me as well. But thank you for your time, and hope you're having a great conference. Stay cool.